Hi there, beautiful souls. Welcome back to Tuesday's Talk with Grada. I hope you've all had a really good weekend. Today, I want to unpack the subject of happiness a little bit. Because sometimes people confuse happiness with achievement, or the other way around. People think that if I achieve this or achieve that, I'm going to be happy, right? You might even be doing that yourself today. You might be thinking, oh, when I get this car or promotion, or when I get the boyfriend, the perfect soulmate, when I have a baby, then I'm going to be happy. So these are achievements, and we've been led to believe that this is how happiness works, right? So today I want to unpack that a little bit. And then also, if you stick with me long enough, I want to do a meditation with you towards the end on the base chakra. So the color red is like the root system of our tree. This is the base chakra area. And really happiness, good solid happiness, joy, contentment, peace, satisfaction happens when our base chakra is nice and solid. I mean, everyone always has work to do, like trust me, till our last breath. We'll be journeying in this life. There are things that we have to learn, and there are more pieces of the puzzle that we have to put in place. I mean, that never stops, right? But there are some big chunks that need to happen in our base chakra for us to achieve the state of happiness easier, right? So there are two things that I want you to remember actually from today's video. So the base chakra is all to do with survival. So the base chakra is activated at conception, or some people reckon even before conception. Our soul or our true energy is looking for the family we want to be born into, and it's exploring the family dynamics, and it's checking out if this is going to be optimal for our soul growth in this lifetime. And it starts to already kind of weave a little bit of a spider web that we're going to be dropped into, you could say, for lack of better wording. And then our base chakra, of course, becomes activated when our body starts growing, like when we grow from at conception all the way till year 7, till we're 7 years old, is that's when the foundation for our entire life is laid, you could see. If you look at this picture, if you just think of this as like an onion or something, an open onion with a big peel, right? All the rest sits in the middle, all the rest gets developed around it, like all the rest needs the base chakra to be functioning well and properly. So how do you know if your base chakra is nice and strong, and how do you know if you have glitches, right? Well, a glitch will show up in your relationship that you have with money, your relationship that you have with time, and your relationship that you have with food. These are just some things that we are dealing with, of course, every day from the second you wake up. So what's your relationship with food, for instance? I mean, do you skimp on food? Do you go overboard? Do you throw a lot away? What is your relationship? And you can't just answer this quickly, of course, right? It would be good to journal. So like when I know my relationship with food is different to Peter's. And again, this comes from my childhood. So when I grew up in Holland, we had big meals. We were allowed to serve ourselves. So we always had like lots of servings, like 3 servings at night. There was always more. Like my parents were very generous with food, even if they perhaps didn't always have a lot of money, right? So this is something that you can journal. And also when I cook, I pull out all the stops. I still do that. So like when I cook if it's just Peter and me, I still cook enough for 8 sometimes. Or if like yesterday we had Pete's birthday party, I didn't know if 10 people were coming or 30. So then I just cook for 30 people. Anyway, so that's my relationship with money. With food is probably a little bit over the top. But what's yours? That tells you a bit about your time management as well. What's your relationship with time, right? So are you always on time? Are you always cutting it fine? Do you think there is scarcity? Are you always conscious that time is going to run out? Are you always well on time? Do you finish your projects on time? That sort of thing. So that's another topic. This is all about getting to know who you are in this lifetime as a soul, as a spirit, having a human experience. So that you bring awareness around it so that you can heal and have a better life, right? And then of course money is a huge topic. So people have a lot of denial about money. And what I've seen in my lifetime as a coach, as a healer and a counselor, including of course working with myself, people don't like to talk about money. Even if I laser coach them on money, so that means I'm shining the subject. The subject is money and nothing else. People still try to wriggle their way out of it. I just want you to know, by the way, that money is not dirty. Money is simply currency, like you have blood in your body. Without blood, you wouldn't have a body. Money connects everything on planet Earth. It's a tool that's used for prosperity, for to create your life, for choices, to have a positive influence. Money is simply dirty because it's gone through so many dirty hands of people who had corruption inside their bodies already. So money doesn't corrupt, money just reveals what's inside the person. So if you suddenly get like $1 million in the bank, is it going to change you or not, right? Money will reveal that. So in the same way that people, whole family structures change when somebody dies and there is an estate, and the children or the descendants start to fight over it. So, and then sometimes it creates rifts in the family that weren't there before. And then people blame money. They say, oh, I wish we never had that inheritance, or I wish that money never came into my life. But I want you to know those issues were already in you or in your siblings or in the family. They just weren't revealed. So money is the great revealer. So this is, I'm telling you all this because I'm talking about your base chakra. So the base chakra is all to do with how you survive in this world, and then it also goes beyond surviving. Now we're talking about how you can have a great life and how you can thrive. And for us to thrive, which is flourish, we probably like the first generation after many generations of war and hardship and history of, struggle. That we have to learn that language. We have to learn what it means. Nobody has shown us, right? Because our parents often struggled, and the previous 100 years ago, everyone struggled. So this is something that we have to figure out for ourselves, and that requires honesty, courage, determination, and it requires for us to hop off the victim train and jump on the train where you're the captain, you're the conductor, you're the driver of the train. You are not a victim in one of the carriages, right? And so how do you do that? What does it mean? So that means that you have to stop resisting what comes your way. And how can I say that differently? When you're in a situation, like let's say you're a mom, you're a single mom, right? And you have a child, and the child is not an easy child, or the child brings up triggers in you. It's very easy to fall into the victim role and think, well, life has dealt me like a really bad set of cards. I can't, it's not my fault, can't do anything about it. And you get triggered because you're tired. When we're tired, we're triggered. But if you make the decision, so it comes back to a decision that you make, and you commit to that decision every day, that I want to learn from life, I want to grow and evolve. And you ask yourself the question, why is this happening for me? Because people are always asking, saying, why is this happening to me? This happened to me, that happened to me, my parents happened to me, the government happened to me, then COVID happened to me. No, you have to change that around and say, why is this happening for me, and um, how can I benefit from this in the long run? I know that's a painful question, but in the long run, there are always benefits to every situation. And sometimes we get really, really stuck. I do get that, right? But that's when the time that you need help. That's why people seek my help. They come to me and I can shift some energy and shed light on the subject and give people some insights and heal them with energy. I do that for myself as well. But ultimately, every day we make, like, I don't know how many decisions. I did read it somewhere, like thousands of little decisions. So like every day there are moments in the day where we come to like a fork in the road, and the fork is like this. Am I going to, you can say, why is this happening for me? How can I maximize this challenge? What's the opportunity in this challenge? That I can come out wiser, richer, happier, more refined thinking, more happiness, and how can I stop putting myself back in the victim mode, right? Because we do that. So it's very easy to be a victim. The victim is like, you want to blame everyone else, and it feels really good actually for a few minutes, but you can't. That train just gets faster and faster. If you're on the victimhood train and you're always blaming everyone else, and you like to get together with other people who are in that train is just going to gather speed, and it's going to drop you off a cliff, and it's going to ruin your life. That's not why you were born. You were given this amazing opportunity to be you in this lifetime, right? So every fork in the road, you can ask yourself, what am I meant to do here? You can tune into your inner core being, your higher self, whatever you like to call it, connect with your soul. How can I grow as a soul or a spirit in this situation? So having a spiritual practice every day, even if it's 10 minutes a day, will really, really set you apart, and it's going to help you develop that connection with yourself, so that it's not as easy to fall victim to situations when the pressure is on. So, and this is the other thing, when we're on the journey of growth and evolution, which, by the way, that's what brings you happiness. What I was going to say, there will be many, many mistakes that you make. The most successful, happiest people in the world have made the most mistakes. Apparently, that's what they claim. And it's probably true. They've probably made 10 times more mistakes than other people, but they just keep going. So they see a mistake more as an experience that shows them, well, that's not what I want in life. So that's good. I know I don't want that. So now I'm back on board. I'm back on track. I'm getting back on the horse. And I am recommitting myself. I'm just going to keep going and learn from that mistake. So I'm just going to show you how you can not do the resistance thing, all right? And it's simply just, in a way, acknowledging what you're feeling and acknowledging what you're thinking in a given situation. So that is like a slight turn of your internal dialogue of the stuff that's happening inside your body all the time. You need to learn to turn that around so that it loses its grip. Because when you hop off the resistance train, you can start jumping on the joy train, and you're going to go have more joy and more happiness in your life, which is really ultimately what it's all about. We do have a choice under all circumstances if we're going to be happy or not. We have way more choice than what people realize. So I'm going to do that with you through meditation, because when we do like a meditation, it's easier for your body to learn. So if that's okay with you, we can do that now for 10 minutes. And if you're driving, don't listen to this. So if you're driving, I want you to turn the phone off, or stop the car, because you're going to feel very, very sleepy. Okay, so I'm just going to get you to breathe in through your nose. Close your eyes gently. And I want you to bring your softest, wisest, oldest self to the foreground, whatever that looks like for you. Just a soft being, the soft aspects of you. And just allow that connection to happen for you inside your body. As you're breathing in, you feel the tension release behind your eyeballs and in your brain, where it gets so busy. Often the bully lives there, the bully that just wants to drive us, the slave driver that wants us to go after achievements, one achievement after another, and not stopping long enough for us to enjoy our successes. That's the slave driver and the bully. So just send the slave driver and the bully some love and compassion, and allow that slave driver to rest in a comfortable armchair in the corner of the room. You can rest now. It's done enough striving and everything. And just allow a soft aspect of you to come forward. A kind aspect, a gentle part of you. Maybe it can be in the form of your mom or your grandmother or somebody that you know, usually a feminine being. Just allow that to enter your body like a soft, cool breeze behind your eyeballs. Like a soft, gentle breeze, clearing the concentration, the striving. Like a feather, just let it brush away, be brushed away. Then you drop gently and slowly through your throat, go down the elevator, into your heart. That is like the 4th level. And then you see the numbers in the elevator. So there's 3, 2, 1, and you're in your base chakra. You've dropped into your pelvic area, in your legs and your feet. This area is filled with the color red. The color red is for life force, it's for your blood, it's for joy, it's for raw energy, for power, the root system of a tree. And so just drop all the way down into the center of Mother Earth for a second, to a point of infinite love and connection, infinite consciousness, infinite point of creation, infinite point of stillness, this point of infinity. And you can come back up through your feet and rest your attention in the center of your pelvic area. Just imagine if it's like filled with a liquid. Like maybe imagine the color paint, the color red, like a pot of paint. And you're gently, gently stirring it and twirling it around just ever so gently. You can get like a stick, like a stirring stick, and create the sign like figure of 8, infinity sign. And you're stirring it through the red substance, the fluid. And it's shiny and glossy. And then whatever comes up in your body while the base chakra is now activated, and it means you've amplified your life force and you're receiving energy from the universe. While this is happening, I want you to check in with other parts of your heart, your body. For instance, your heart. What's happening in your heart now? Does it feel squeezy? Does it feel worried? Do you feel hemmed in? Do you feel disturbed or annoyed? Whatever is present, just allow it to come in. Do you feel headachy? And then you simply name what you're experiencing. So let's say we go back to the heart. Let's say it feels squeezy there, but you don't know what it means, but that's okay. You just say, I feel a squeezy feeling. I feel all squeezed up. I feel contracted in my head. And this is how you express that feeling. And then your body is happy, and it will show you a different part, like the top of your head, like above your eyes. It might feel very tense or foggy. And then you just go, I feel tension. I feel stressed in my brain. My brain feels dehydrated. I feel worried about my son. I feel annoyed about such and such a situation. I feel scared when I think about whatever. So just name it, keep naming it, keep acknowledging the feeling, and you say, I feel this, I feel that, I feel exhausted, I feel overwhelmed when I think about all the things I have to do today or this week or my whole life. Just feels like a series of overwhelm. I feel a sharp pain on the side of my head. And now I'm feeling a sore feeling in my belly. My belly feels sore. And if you have pain anywhere, you just say, I feel pain. 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 And keep saying this for as long as the pain is there. Some people might have to say that for 2 or 3 minutes. And so you're just shining a torchlight around your body, noticing inside your body what's going on. Name the feeling, or as close as you can get to the feeling. And keep doing that. And this is hopping off the train of resistance, because we've been trained to push it aside, suck it up, stick to it, suppress it, repress it, squash it down, pretend it's not there. We're not doing that today, we're doing the exact opposite. So keep doing this, and you can do this for as long as it takes. Finding the spots in your body and acknowledging, and then what you're doing, you're shining the light of your own awareness on these areas in your body, and that in itself is enough of to release the energy block, and the life force starts flowing again around your body. So for instance, you can get more specific now, so you can think about those big issues from the base chakra, like money. What shows up in your body when you think of money? And then you can say, I feel stressed, or whatever. So you're only looking for negative, dark emotions, not the positive ones. They can stay there. And then you can think about food, like you can think, I can't be bothered with food. Where do I feel that in my body? Maybe in my throat feels tense. I feel tension, I feel tension, I feel tense. I feel exasperated. So there's no judgment here. And then you can think about time. I feel pressured, I feel impatient, I feel impatient, I feel pressured, I feel pressure, I feel pressure. And after you've said that enough, the pressure will suddenly be gone. Okay, so you're doing good. So just breathe in through your nose and out. Take a few cleansing deep breaths in, and all the time while you're doing this inner work, you are aiming at warmth and compassion and love to yourself. So not the bully is still resting in the corner of the room, the bully is probably getting impatient. Just send the bully some warmth and compassion as well. Tell the bully how cute it looks, you can just go back and rest for a while. And then when you're ready, you can come back into the room, keeping your attention behind your eyes, and open your eyes with soft eyes. And this is like a short meditation. It lasted 11 minutes. Then you can stretch, you can turn the video off at any point and shine the light of your own awareness in different parts of your body where stress has accumulated or pain has accumulated. You have issues in your tissues, and simply stop resisting what's there, because the resistance chain keeps you stuck in victim mode, and the more you resist, the more victim you become, the less power you're going to have eventually, because the victim chain is going to gather speed, more speed. You're going to be finding friends, you're going to be hanging out with people that do the same as you, and before you know it, you're into a crash. The chain comes crashing down. So the opposite side of that is connecting with your innermost being inside your body, finding what's there, meeting it with compassion, expressing it using your own mouth and tongue and words that come to mind, even if you can't figure out what you're feeling, because that takes skill. You can just say, I feel this sensation. Like I said, I feel a tight feeling. I feel tight. I feel tight. And you just keep expressing that till the tension is gone. And then you move on to the next one. This is actually like giving your internal being a cleansing shower, and you're rebalancing your body and strengthening your base chakra. So that's it for today. I hope that you found this interesting, that you could follow my explanation. Lots of people have tension here. It's like years and years and years of tension in the neck and shoulders. So I'm going to encourage you to spend quite a bit of time unpacking what's here. So you can just say, I feel pressured, or I feel tense, I feel weighed down, I feel burdened. And you can repeat the same word over and over again, and then your body will pop in another word for you to say. And finally, it's like, oh, the body goes, oh, finally she's listening to me now, finally she's getting it. And that builds up trust between you and your intuition. And of course, your intuition is always your shortcut to happiness. So I'll leave you with this. Thanks everyone for tuning in and spending time with me, and I'm looking forward to being with you again next week. Have a really, really great week. If you need help, you know where to find me. I also do remote sessions, of course. Many of you know that as well. So you can receive healing from the comfort of your own bedroom, or coaching. Thanks for tuning in. I hope you have a really great week. Big love from me. Bye for now.